Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Birds have graced the skies for millions of years, symbols of freedom, beauty, and the delicate balance of life. But today, many unique species stand at the edge of extinction. This isn't just a loss for bird enthusiasts, it's a loss for ecosystems, cultures, and the story of life itself. In this video, we'll dive deep into the histories, struggles, and hopes of 5 extraordinary birds fighting for survival. Each has a unique tale shaped by nature's wonders and humanity's impact. By the end, you'll see why saving them is more than a moral obligation. It's a legacy we must protect. In the heart of New Zealand's forests lives one of the most fascinating creatures on Earth, the kakapo. Known as the owl parrot, this nocturnal, flightless bird captivates the imagination with its vibrant green feathers, unusual behaviors, and heart-wrenching fight for survival. In this video, we'll delve into the kakapo's ancient origins, explore the challenges it has faced, and uncover the extraordinary efforts being made to save it from extinction. This is more than a story about a bird. It's a lesson in resilience, conservation, and the enduring beauty of nature. Ancient origins. The kakapo is a species with a lineage dating back millions of years to a time when New Zealand was part of the supercontinent Gondwana. Over centuries, it adapted to a predator-free environment, losing the ability to fly and developing a ground-dwelling lifestyle. Unlike other parrots, the kakapo uses its strong legs for climbing trees and foraging. Its nocturnal habits and moss-like green feathers make it nearly invisible in the dense undergrowth, perfect for avoiding danger in its ancient home. Cultural significance. The kakapo held a special place in Maori culture. Its feathers were highly valued, used to craft cloaks known as kakapo, symbols of high status. The bird also featured in legends and was considered a taonga, a treasure of immense cultural importance. But even the reverence of the Maori couldn't protect the kakapo from changes that came with human settlement and the introduction of predators. The fall of the kakapo. The arrival of European settlers in the 1800s was devastating for the kakapo. Predators like rats, stoats, and cats, introduced to the islands, quickly decimated their populations. The kakapo, which evolved without predators, had no defenses against these threats. Compounding the problem was habitat destruction. As forests were cleared for agriculture, the kakapo lost not only its home, but also the fruiting trees critical for its breeding. By the mid-20th century, the kakapo was thought to be extinct. Rediscovery and rescue. In 1955, the first glimmer of hope emerged when a small population of kakapos was discovered in Fiordland. However, it wasn't until the 1970s that serious efforts to save the species began. Conservationists scoured the rugged terrain, locating and capturing the last surviving kakapos. These birds were moved to predator-free islands such as Codfish Island, Wenuahau, and Anchor Island. It was a race against time to prevent their extinction. The Kakapo Recovery Program. The Kakapo Recovery Program, launched in the 1980s, is one of the most intensive conservation projects in the world. Each kakapo was given a name and closely monitored. Conservationists tracked their movements, health, and breeding attempts. But the kakapo's unique biology presented challenges. Their breeding is tied to the mass years of rimu trees, which occur only every 2 to 4 years. During these periods, conservationists work around the clock to ensure as many chicks as possible survive. Techniques such as artificial insemination, supplementary feeding, and fostering eggs have been employed to boost the population. Despite these efforts, progress is slow, but steady. Modern-day successes and challenges. Today, the kakapo population has climbed to around 250 individuals, a remarkable recovery from fewer than 50 birds. Advances in genetics have helped conservationists manage inbreeding, while GPS tracking ensures every bird is accounted for. However, challenges remain. Climate change threatens the mass cycles of rimu trees, and the small population size makes the species vulnerable to disease and genetic bottlenecks. Conservationists are now exploring innovative solutions, such as genome editing, to secure the kakapo's future. Lessons from the kakapo. The kakapo's story is more than just a tale of survival. It's a lesson in the importance of protecting biodiversity. Every effort to save this bird reminds us of our responsibility to safeguard the natural world. The dedication of the Kakapo Recovery Program serves as a shining example of what can be achieved when science, community, and passion come together. Conclusion and call to action. The kakapo is a symbol of hope, resilience, and the power of human intervention, but its survival depends on continued support and awareness. If this story has inspired you, consider supporting conservation efforts or spreading the word about the kakapo. Together, we can ensure that future generations will hear the calls of this extraordinary bird in New Zealand's forests.